Hello, Raiders and Rough Riders. My name is TB's Guide. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, and I want to mount. I want to get mounted. I want to ride a chocobo. I want to ride a chocobo, is how I'm going to phrase that. And to that end, we're going to talk to Minfilia and going to keep going on the story quest until I can get the thing I want. And also, I want to make a free company. So, you know, onwards with the story quest.
Though we seek a peaceful resolution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he's a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to great benefit to all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Fenalan, a place known as the Bonfire.
Right, okay. We've already been there. Okay, well, I should have known the game would take me there eventually. I've been kind of tempted to try out the game with a controller, just to see what it's like, because I feel like I'd be able to do much more smooth movement that way, but on the other hand, it's an MMO, so I feel like mouse and key, oh my fucking god, that looks so cool! And you don't, what, you Thrall Duratar, really? Really? Okay, but like, man, that's a cool-ass chocobo. I want one. I want one! Anyway. Who's up there to come to tendering of Mutamix Bubblypots? You know me, I've been here. Okay, fine.
Fighty Tools drinks in Aeryself.
Oh, wait, no, that's him.
Fighty Tool drinks in Aeryself.
When full of Aeryself, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty Tool, then big eyes! Fighty Tool gains power of Aeryself! Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander friend is friend of Minfilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? Score! Fighty Tool is unstrung as eating tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia.
The materia, master.
Now, Blaze of Uplander pointed Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool! Fighty Tool gains power of materia. Fighty Tool reborn! Here, Uplander, take Fighty Tool to Minfilia.
Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them.
I know, you've already taught me this.
And not just any equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has imbued with its own spirit. If you attach speech and materia to your gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from Summit that was struggled to cut a stick into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia. Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty makings. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learning ones with Mutamix.
Yeah, we've been over this, my friend. I guess back to Horizon? You again? Now what?
Hail there, adventurer. I'm Nedrick Ironheart, an explorer by trade and scion by allegiance, and you, my friend, look to me like an adventurer in need of a challenge, and I happen to know just the place that'll offer it to you. Tucked away in a corner of the eastern Thanalan lies Halatali, and it is there you'll find all the excitement you crave.
The place boasts a storied history. It was built some 100 years past as a training ground for gladiators. The calamity laid ruin to it, though, as it did to most things. Now Halatali is the shadow of a former self, but in the dark of that shadow lurk wild beasts, both bloodthirsty and beyond count. For one such as yourself, I dare say there's no finer place than Halatil to test your skill and refine your technique. Indeed, I've taken the liberty of passing your name along to the flames who oversee the place. Should you visit, speak with one Fafajoni near the entranceway. Okay, so he's just a dude who's gonna give you like higher, like appropriately leveled dungeon quests for you to do. Neat. I really need better gear before I do that, though.
Welcome back, Brick. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful.
So it did.
Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I'm sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Brick, so make it your ally. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin.
A weapon coffer. A heavy chest containing a weapon of item level 18 to 21. Oh, cool.
Let's open it! An Inferno Axe.
Interesting. Is that good? No, it's worse. It's worse than what I've got because I've got a weapon from the Marauder questline. Oh well. Minfilia would like you to assist the Immortal Flames, that Lord of the Inferno, and that big ugly mug.
Now that, to me, looks a little Ifrit-like.
Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provided to them, Brick. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he's able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him, such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Okay, I can go there right now.
Okay. Flame dudes. Yeah, you. You're Brick Ulfam of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The Lizardmen aren't aware their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can only deploy a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot. If the mission succeeds, Brick, let's make sure it does. And now we run to the place. Up there, north.
Oh, friend request.
Sure. One assumes it's a viewer, otherwise how would they know to get a hold of me? Here's hoping I don't get porn spammed now. Oh, in case you need a healer for dungeons, hit me up. Yes, I will. But I'm not planning to take on any dungeons right now, unfortunately, because my gear is crap. Although, with like someone who's level 72 healer, maybe I could survive anyway. Ooh, that's a cool little character design.
It's a tiny crystal inside some earth.
Let's kill it. A Vandalous Imp. A Vandalous Imp. Oh yes, not like non-Vandalous imps. Are there any other kind? Oh. Oh, buddy. Buddy. You need to tan a little bit. I can see your veins under your skin. Jesus. Hello. Are you, like, zombies, or... That's so over-leveled. Are you, like, zombies, or are you just, like, weirdos? I suppose it makes no difference. Time to lie in wait. In wait, rather. You obtain 1 kill from killing that guy. Okay. That's something. So inconspicuous. There's the bait in place.
Our man is in position, sir.
Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear.
Yes, sir.
Oh, large lizard man.
Oh!
What is the meaning of this?
Wait, something's amiss.
Oh, lots of them. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here.
I eluded the immortal's flameless clutches for moons before finally being cut. Did you not wonder how I managed it?
'Twas almost as though someone was feeding him information from the inside.
Aye, your every moment was known to me ahead of time.
I'm gonna kill you.
Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep.
Wait, I don't get to kill him now? They're all yours. Anyway, come at me. Are you feeling nervous? Are you having fun? It's almost over, it's just begun. Don't overthink this. Look in my eyes, come on. Don't be scared, don't be shy. Come on in, the water's fine. Yo, assholes, I've got like hella aggro on over here. Do y'all want to maybe... You're not even paying attention to me. Get over here, fight me. Okay, so we probably need to deal with all of those. Yo, over here, assholes. Should level up after this, surely. Let's see. See if we can't get him to cast in a different direction. No? Y'all can come at me. Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man.
Behind you!
Oh, sleep spell. Cute.
Bring him.
Rest of you, march. Traitorous scum. Oh, I just got a lot more powerful. Because my level is no longer synchronized. I was holding back before. I will not hold back again. I fear the amalgam mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. The Bowl of Ember is now accessible.
My.
Oh, I see. So, anyone watch any good movies recently? That is how the world works. Okay, not gonna get demonetized for this. I was just having some fun while I was waiting.
Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our pleas. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from misery. Almighty Ephraim, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence.
Oh, hey! Well, that's a different Ifrit. Well, now you look strange. Ifrit usually has some body hair.
Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who do not know your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells! Bring those two as well.
What the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
Well, what's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but the servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit.
No, spare me! I beg you!
Beautiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn.
Is that good? Seems bad. Almighty Ifrit. My one true god. Oh, so that's how they make the corpses people.
Your words in my breath.
Huh?
Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will?
Da 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 da.
Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that is the only explanation.
You mad, bro?
Forsooth, thy tiny mortal frame can serve as a vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxes clear, born of the goddess's blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered.
Come at me, bro. I can take you. Right, time to make you not attack my party members. Okay, cool.
Da Vinci. Alright then. Get over here. Hey, pushy, aren't you? Well, it's not like I have a ton of actions I can do here. Ooh, well, aren't you dangerous? So I've went into the menu and turned the spell effects down a little bit, and it does help quite a bit. Let's see. I should probably zoom out a little bit to get a better glimpse of what's going on. So what's this infernal nail thing? Do I need to aggro that as well? Guess I'll just try and kill that for a while. We've got DPS is working on Ifrit itself, and my healers are doing a damn good job of keeping me steady. Oh, that seems bad. Is that bad? I'm more than strong, buddy. Oh, damn. That was a big one. Not big enough, though. Rockabye, baby. Sucker. Ooh, do I get that? Can I pick it up? Is it mine? Can I have it? Can I summon Ifrit? Probably not. But I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Whatever it is, I want it. Gimme, 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 gimme. That's good, I hope. So am I just collecting these guys like Pokemon? That would rule. Pray forgive my lateness. Yeah, you are a little late, dude. I was slayed by a congregation of Malja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Seriously, been nice to have had you like 20 minutes ago. Yeah. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. Why are you still alive? As for those two, and it's fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Brick. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You've been given a veritable baptism of fire. Quite literally. Also, check out my new Pokemon! But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir! Do I get a mount now? Can I get a mount now? Can I ride a thing now? I want to have a mount. Can I have a mount? Oh. So, that was the mighty Ifrit. Hello, Nero. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Uldan interference into account.
You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon.
So they're keeping that character's face hidden for a reason.
Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change.
There we go. Oh, it's a judge. Livia Sasunius.
We wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was all worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I'm troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength.
Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? I can't remember what his accent was like, so fuck it.
Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You've been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you.
Spooky. With allies like that. Beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. He's gonna be fun to fight. I can feel it. Anyway. Can I not, What? I don't get to give people commendations? The hell? Aw. Okay, then. Well, that's a bunch of corpses. Ah, there you are, Brick. Come, rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Achievements, current area. What? What? Okay, they may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once man is tempered. Ah, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there's still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Brick. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I've long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you're good and ready. We discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Okay, let's just, I don't necessarily want to abandon it. I just don't want to have it on my... There, okay, cool. On my obvious list right now. Same thing with Armorer's Pride and my first fishing rod. We'll deal with those later.
La da 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 da.
Can I have my mount now? Please? Yo, announce me, please.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He's presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you.
Let me in!
My late arrival nearly cost Brick his life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit.
I'm glad he's taking responsibility for it, though.
Yet, by some miracle, he survived. But that does not excuse the fact that he should never have faced such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every...
Sup?
Brick, it is so good to see you again.
Impeccable timing, my friend. I've just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. He's putting up the mask like immediately as I walk in. He's like, nope, I am back to being just amiable old Thancred.
Thancred has told me everything. You've done well to return to us.
The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal, Ifrit.
Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late.
I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Hello, motorcycle man. Loud motorcycle. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life, and permeates the very air that we breathe. Ah, the Force. Alas, this alone will not sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals.
It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal.
Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether.
However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon towards which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes.
But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected.
Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected.
Well, yeah, me and the 4 other people who helped me.
It is thanks to this power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why.
The recent incidents share a common trait, meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding.
While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The Immortal Flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Brick. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you'll have nary a moment to yourself.
Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. Oh, really? Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal, whom he cannot choose but worship. Seems like... okay. Seems like that should be a thing that we should be trying to solve, then. And so we Scions continue our fight that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope you will continue to stand with us, Brick. Sure would be nice to... But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Well, that's a little dark all of a sudden. Little dour. Bit of a mood killer. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? I swore I would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Oh, Thancred, you're not revealing a little bit of greedy, a little bit of sort of an ambitious character flaw there, that you might be tempted by the promise of power to do something stupid, are ya? Oh boy. Have we got ourselves some insecurities there, young man? Well, on we go. I want my mount. Minfilia is wearing a wry smile. Might it have something to do with your newfound fame?
Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and your courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without a thought of reward, confirming to Ishtola and Wyshtola, is that what it was? And the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit.
Yeah, I'm pretty great.
You've achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Brick. Or rather, you have guests.
Beg pardons! Three different salutes, huh? Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand... Oh, that's one of the ones from Limsalam. I'm given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I'm here for the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsalam that to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks.
As you can see, Brick, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you.
Okay, but no kissing until the third date. I'm not a floozy.
They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Brick's deed spread so quickly. That the immortal flame should know of his triumph is to be expected, but what of the other Grand Companies?
Someone has a big mouth on them, do they? Your reputation precedes you, Master Ulfam. 'Tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelves Wood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Ulfam. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A man of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us assure a prosperous future for Uldal. You motherfuckers, with your fucking refugee bashing, and your homeless people on the street, and your, oh, if you don't have any money, fuck you, go die. Yeah, no, fuck off. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you had the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. Oh, she's talking about me? Well, what else does she say? Just, you know, just ran whatever, like, she just let me know, you know. As to many other in Limsa, long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, owing to your valorous deeds on behalf of our citizens. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Laminsa to the shores of glory. Lady Minfilia?
Very well. Though I'm quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation will help to clarify your thoughts on the matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you're agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best to serve your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you're entitled to do so. And yet I concede it is no small choice you face. Ah, a thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers?
A fine suggestion.
You're as wise as you are beautiful, milady.
Well, let Brick hear our leader speak, then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer.
Ul'dah can fuck off, though. You can just... You literally have fucking scales on your symbol, you asshats. As though human lives can be weighed like gold.
I know full well that adventurers by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of a great power, Brick, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a Grand Company, however, you will be one man among many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Company seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location.
I want to mount. I want to ride.
Eorzea is changing, Brick, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow might bring, but as long as we believe in ourselves, there's naught we can't achieve. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place.
You people leave me alone. Especially you. Like, seriously. Scales. Scales! Fuck off! It's mercantilism bullshit. Like, at least this guy has, like, the serpent and staff of, like, a healer in his symbol. Like, it's not... Aesthetics aren't everything, but, like, motherfucker. And they have a ship with dragon heads on it, because they're the pirate nation.
Tataru, could you tell me? I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Brick. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and too often, to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place?
What the hell just went past me?
If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of 3 services, and Elder Seetsier of Kanasana will deliver her address at Keto's Amphitheater. I should probably mention that at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where the Flame General Roban Eldon will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there'll be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merlith Blefschisvin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the Sentry Santhale and he'll admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the cityscape states in my prescribed order, though. Though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Oh, got a little meta there, did we? Oh, purple chocobo. Look how cute it is! Oh, that's a cool bow. Tasteful outfit, too. Like, once again, like, when people sort of restrain themselves and just, like, put together a well-coordinated outfit instead of just going for, like, maximum fantasy ridiculousness, I really do appreciate that. I think it's cool. Remember, we're here for the solemn remembrance of the dead.
Everybody died in the cataclysm.
Sponsored by the Gold Saucer.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer.
Oh, hey, I remember you, I think.
The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, Some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds.
Okay, but the solution to that, just like I'm just spitballing for you. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just spitballing this pie in the sky magical thinking that if maybe, and just go with me on this one, maybe if they weren't desperate, they wouldn't do those things, because they wouldn't need to, because they wouldn't be desperate. So what if we could make them not desperate by, I mean, it's a complicated issue, but I feel like maybe if you just gave them food and housing, maybe they wouldn't be desperate. Maybe it's they've had food, and they had housing, and the means to support themselves, and live dignified lives. I feel like people would, generally speaking, be a lot less desperate. I'm just thinking out loud that maybe that would be a way to do things.
To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the highways without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity.
And also redistribute the wealth. Redistribute the wealth. And redistribute the wealth.
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Is it just me, or did that sound a little ominous?
The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with 2 beast tribes.
Beast tribes, huh? I'm guessing I should not look up fan art of either of these 2.
The Ixal are unquestionably more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians. Until recently, at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may rest assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long before it will be broken. The Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventure prove to them, then?
Quite valuable, I'm sure. Oh, the timing on that gold saucer event. It's not their fault, of course, but my word. Right. Ulda. Link shell distributor. Eh?
I represent the interests of the nations in educating adventurers on the technology available for strengthening the bonds between them. To that end, I would like to introduce you to the Link Shell. A Link Shell enables you to communicate with others over any distance as if they were before your very eyes. You may have as many as 8 Link Shells open at any given time, allowing you to communicate simultaneously with any number of people. The only time your physical presence is required is, well, never. Would you care to give it a try? I can create a personal Link Shell for you now if you like.
A chat group that allows for quick and easy aha who are not necessarily a part of your free company. 128 members, damn. Fuck yeah, let's set one up.
Would you like to learn more about Link Shells? Or are you perhaps interested in creating your own? Excellent. Shall I create a new Link Shell for you? Or do you wish to make changes to an existing one?
Make one.
One personal Link Shell coming right up. What name would you like to register?
Let's just call it this then.
Congratulations. You're now the proud owner of your very own Link Shell.
Cool. I guess I have that now. That'll come in handy at some point, I'm sure. Oh, hey, there's people here. Okay, absolutely a Dragoon. That's Kane. That's basically his outfit. Ma'am?
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanimo herself!
And Roban as well.
The size difference.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
Your rich sons and daughters have prospered, asshole.
There, at the flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard.
Scales.
Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Fuck off.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
Probably also had something to do with the dragon that came out of a moon in the sky.
That's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead.
Maybe it's because people are homeless. Just saying.
Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save?
Workers of the world, you have nothing to lose but your chains. Overthrow the order.
Living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us.
Oh no.
The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth.
Right back to resources, huh?
We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act.
You sure are wearing a lot of jewelry for
Whether
someone with homeless
trader
people in
or
their streets.
Soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall.
Yeah, abolish all class, so everyone can have solidarity and stand united.
Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth.
Motherfucker literally standing there saying, let's do imperialism.
In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people.
This is categorically untrue.
Ya for Uldar!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Raubon?
Oh my god, that's cute. That's very
People
adorable.
of Uldar, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar.
Yeah.
Yet those who measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived.
Oh, really?
For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people.
Then give the homeless homes!
Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Also, just give the refugees homes, you dickheads!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn!
No, sorry, fuck you. It's like, I have no sympathy.
Forsooth!
The time is now!
Fancy meeting you again.
The Eldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Eldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. Yeah, that's capitalism's like that. So they have dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he's stoked to life. Yet, he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Gallians have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. Yeah, because that would require them to give up some of their precious fucking prosperity to other people! After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they have the coin, resources will ever be finite. Yeah, but, probably you could raise quite a lot of money if you just, taxed the wealthy. You seem to have a lot of those around. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Eldans send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. Line not your own coffers, but those of the Immortal Flames. Oh, yeah. Don't enrich yourselves. Enrich the army. That's a good idea. So we can look not to what you can steal from each other, but to the great wealth of the world beyond. Let's do imperialism. Let's steal money from other people. Yay! Fuck off. At such a desperate hour, an adventure of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. Fuck off! No, they can eat shit, frankly. I know, I'm going hard on my ideology here, I know, but God, motherfuckers. Seriously, that speech, man. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off. Just take all of the fuck that you have and go off and do something with it somewhere else, because I don't give a fuck about your fuck, so fuck off with that fuck and fuck off somewhere else to fuck around with it. Because no. I know it's just a video game. I don't take it that seriously, don't worry. I'm playing around, I'm having fun. But oh, no. Anyway.
Here to give attendance to the remembrance service. Be quick, the Admiral's due to give her address at any moment.
Let's hear it.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Hello. Hi.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
This is one guy.
Did you work as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Gallian Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartino. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now, the Curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral! Remove him!
Yeah, well,
Gather the lads!
nothing objectionable in there.
I'll follow ye to the 7 hells, Admiral!
But it was also a lot less specific than the 2 other speeches. Like, the 2 other speeches were very sort of open about their politics. This one is more like, unity! Yay!
Fancy meeting you again.
As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Lominsa is plagued by 2 beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lominsians' backyard. And that is to say naught of the internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there's no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsans are to have any hope of standing the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and the primal threat dealt with once and for all.
To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my word, the Crimson Standard will be drenched in a deeper shade of crimson ere long. Or the Maelstrom Standard, rather. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. I really want an armor that shows my face soon. But will you sail with the Admiral? A fair question. Because right now, like, my only inclination is, like, fuck Ul'dah. Like, they can fuck off.
Rick, this is Menphilia. You're well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service is now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back!
Sounds like they're being bad guests. But yeah, right now I'm just of the mind of like, fuck Ul'dah. Ul'dah can fuck off. No, fuck off. Like, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to be around you. Like, at most, I want to burn down your ruling class. Like, that's the service I'll give that nation. But I don't know about the other two. But of course, stories don't have to be all about class struggle. They usually are, but no, they're not. They're not. But you know.
Hello, Menphilia. Welcome back, Brick. Were the Grand Company's leader's words as illuminating as you'd hoped?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't change my mind about Ul'dah. It just made me hate them more.
Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust now you see why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Brick. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect upon your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer.
La da da da.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies.
Yep.
As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies.
Okay, don't be condescending to your sister.
Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alizé, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
Tense.
My lady! We are to escort you!
hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Indeed. Right. Huh. Think. I kind of feel like maybe we can switch to the other ones later, right? Like, presumably we can go through their storylines to some extent or another. One imagines. But Frank, like, I'm inclined just to go back to Limsa Lominsa, because that's where the Marauders Guild is anyway. But I'm curious, like, on the other hand, it also kind of seems like the 12s would, and like Gridania and all that, is like, it's a bunch of sort of airy-fairy nature worshippers, like, going, oh, we must restore the balance of the nature to the nature spirits, blah, blah. Which is the kind of fantasy that I sometimes find a little tedious. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, it's just, like, it's not to my taste, and all else being equal, I'd rather be a pirate.
Was the Admiral's speech. But you need not explain. That you stand before me now is answer enough. We were resolved to join the Maelstrom, have you not?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll do that.
That's the spirit, lad. With allies like you, how much stronger is our crew? Let us brave the seas together, friend. Now the choice is made. It's time to add your name to our rolls. Make your way to Maelstrom Command back in Limsa.
Dalamud Red Die. Huh. I am still tempted by, like, to check out. Yeah. No, let's stick with Limsa for now.
It is on the upper decks, in case you've forgotten. I will send word to our personnel officer to expect you. The duties of a Maelstrom officer can be both arduous and challenging, but I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearings true.
And that will be the last thing we do for this episode, is talk to the personnel officer. Because, like, goddammit, this had better be the thing that unlocks a mount. I want to ride a chocobo. I don't want to walk around anymore. I don't want to. It's so slow, and I have to click sprint all the time. All right, sign me up.
Hail, adventurer! What business have you at Maelstrom Command?
Oh, my name is Brig Ultham. I believe you're expecting me.
Brig Ultham! Aye, a recruitment officer sent word of your coming. It should be my honor to induct you into the ranks of Maelstrom. Now, before I can accept your oath, you must be made aware of several...
Sir!
What is this, Private? This had better be important.
Sir, we've received a report from a lookout in Lower Nanossia, sir. Imperial forces have fired upon a highway and skyways airship. The vessel is in a bad way, sir, and appears to be banking for an emergency landing in the Cedarwood.
Cedarwood? Damn it, we have no troops available in that area. The bulk of our infantry is bogged down the coast skirmishing with the fishbacks. Ultham, this is highly irregular, but I fear your first duty in service to the Maelstrom must needs be unofficial. If our man in Lower Nanossia is correct, the airship will come down in territory crawling with Imperial scouts. If there are any survivors, we must reach them before the Galleons do. Make haste to the Cedarwood, locate the airship, and if any of its occupants are alive, make sure they come to no further harm. We'll see about swearing you in upon your return.
Okay. Okay, I'm tempted to end the episode here, but god damn it, I am having... I'm reasonably sure this is the thing that unlocks mounts, and I'm having my fucking mount! Ah! Yo. Oops. Oh. We're cool. Fortunately, they're very stupid.
An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. Maelstrom Command sent you. How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Be at ease, sir. We are of the Maelstrom. You're a Garland Ironworks engineer, yes? One of our lookouts reported the attack on your craft. We're here to rescue you. You must be Ultham. Good work on reaching our friend here before the Imperials.
Stealthy.
I've never seen a craft of this design. Must be Garland's work. Is there no end to that man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They're not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must. And bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes.
Huh? Scouting party from Castrum Occidents, it'd say. Seems they want your ship, engineer.
Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a lot.
Is that Biggs? Fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco, Final Fantasy VII. Okay. So there's the Wedge and Biggs, huh?
The tiny Bronco?
Isn't that the new design people have been whispering about?
It's the first airship we built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland... Well, the first since you went missing.
After years of work, yeah, there's Biggs. She was finally ready for her first test flight. And she was soaring, she really was. Till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Biggs and Wedge, of course, being Star Wars references, which Final Fantasy is full of.
Alright.
Pay attention. We're going to hit these Imperials fast and hard. If they want to sue it from Eorze, they can have a knife in the gut, but they're not getting that ship. Oh, and don't forget to save the Lalafell. Ugh. Hiccups, always at the worst times. What say you, Ultham? Ready to give those curs a hiding? I can take them on my own. Like a tidal wave, lads. Charge!
Ambush! To arms! To arms!
You won't have any arms left when I'm done with you. Oh, hey. Y'all motherfuckers want to target the real tank here? A Magitech Vanguard.
Finally, a worthy opponent.
Let's just get everyone focused on the Magitech thing, shall we? Yo! What the fuck? Aggro on me! You're annoying. Die. Thank you.
Biggs!
Oh, Biggs? He's the little one.
Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship.
That was a close one.
Too damn close. So, how's she look, anyway?
The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust of the main propeller to get us home. It is airborne.
A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. We'll stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts eventually, but I doubt they'll get here for a good while yet. Alpham, you're free to return to the Maelstrom Company and complete your induction. Ordinarily, I'd ask you to stay, but I think we'd all feel better knowing an adventurer of your ability was safely sworn in and ready for the next mission. Rest assured, I'll inform Commander the part you played today. I, just want to say sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously, though, if it hadn't been for you and the Maelstrom lads here, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge.
Thank you. We're very grateful.
That's that. Okay. Limsilamins that is.
Okay. Alright. You motherfuckers had better give me a chocobo now.
Welcome back, Alpha. I just heard the report. You needn't be concerned about the engineers. They completed their return trip without further Imperial interference. I must admit, I had my doubts at first, but it seems the stories about you are true. I look forward to seeing what else you're capable of. After you're properly inducted into Maelstrom, of course. Now, speaking of your induction... I want to ride a chocobo. Come on. Let us start afresh, shall we? You're welcome here, Brigoltham. That such a well-respected adventurer would choose to join our ranks is most heartening. Before you swear your allegiance to us, however, it is only right that I tell you exactly what it is you will be joining. A grand company is more than simply a collection of soldiers. It's an all-encompassing organization which draws upon the resources of an entire city-state to form a united military force capable of standing against the nation's deadliest enemies.
I've kind of been told this already.
Yeah, Maelstrom are charged, blah blah, problems caused by the calamity. Every man and woman who serves under our colors has a role to play keeping the great warship that is Limsa afloat and on whatever heading Chief... oh my god, yes, move on. As part of this blah blah blah, yes, I know. A Maelstrom soldier labors till his last breath, fights till his last drop of blood, blah blah, I know!
I'm sorry, I'm impatient.
Altham, it is customary for new recruits to swear an oath of their own upon choosing to enter the Maelstrom's ranks. Is there aught you'd like to say?
Give me a fucking chocobo!
Not really, no. No love for grandiose proclamations, eh? Ha, such a silent resolve is not uncommon among the brothers and sisters of the sea.
Also, I might change allegiance at some point, and I don't want to, like...
Brig Altham, I hereby assign you the rank of Storm Private 3rd Class. You are now officially a soldier of the Maelstrom. Welcome aboard, Private. May you serve Limsa well, till sea swallows all. Right, chocobo now, please.
Can you hear me, Brick? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Maelstrom contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Olpham. I've no doubt that you're eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a man of the storm, you're no less a scion. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like for you to meet. We shall be waiting.
No rest for the wicked, eh? Before you make yourself scarce, I recommend having a word with Commander Riki. Might be worth your while.
Just chocobo! Ah!
Yes! My little chocobo. That must be it. 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 Gimme, 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 gimme. Let me move! Why can't I move? Let me. You're now a member of the Grand Company as assigned to the rank of Private Third Class. Your Grand Company rank can be confirmed, blah, blah, blah. Grand Companies pay their members not in guild, but in company seals. You can confirm, blah, blah. They can be earned by completing missions. A Grand Company quartermaster is stationed at each Grand Company and exchange items for company seals. Company seals are only redeemable with the Grand Company that issues them. Cool. Give me a chocobo. Now.
Well, if it isn't Private Ultham, I must say, the tales of your deeds have been an inspiration to the troops. Our duties take us far and wide, and I'll wager you've slogged across quite a few mountains of your countryside on naught but your own 2 foot.
Yes! Yes, I have.
Such a sterling soldier of the Maelstrom serves his own steed. Let us see about having one issued for you. All you need to do is obtain a Storm Chocobo issuance by exchanging company seals with the quartermaster. Once you have this deed, present it to Frigum, and she will see you saddled up on one of our trusty birds.
Okay, constantly supplies and provisions. Adventurers can earn experience points and company seals by crafting or gathering the materials. So you don't need to do battle if you want to. You can advance by doing your crafting quests. Cool. Items sought change each day, blah, blah, earth time. Okay, cool. Storm Chocobo issuance. I need 200 seals. Okay. All right, fine. 1,400 storm seals. Give them to me!
Private Ultham, just the man I was hoping to see. Your exploits of late have been the talk of Limsa. Don't let this puff your sails up too much, but I've heard some of the higher-ups saying the Maelstrom would be lost at sea without you. But I suspect you're not the type to rest on your laurels. Nay, the tempest raging in your eyes tells me you're looking for new waters to navigate. Fortunately, we have just the place for people like you. Have you perchance heard of the Wolves' Den? It's a proving ground of sorts established by the Orcian Alliance, a place where the most promising of Grand Company recruits are sent to hone their skills. The Wolves' Den is to be found just off the shores of La Noscia. The ferry at Morabai Dry Docks at Lower La Noscia will grant you passage there. Upon your arrival, seek out Storm Captain I've let him know that you'll be coming, so you can count on a warm welcome.
Okay. Right. Okay. Yes. Go. It's a PvP. This is a PvP area? So this is a PvP quest. Okay. I mean, that's non-ideal. But fine, I'll talk to the guy. Right, so you can get gear here for exchanged for whatever you win here. Cool. Can I have marks just for talking to you, though? That would be nice. I'd like that. Please. Oh, man. All their outfits are coordinated. Right, so this is PvP modes of various kinds. Love the music, though. I don't recall seeing your ugly mug around here before. Huh? You say that right, didn't you? Oh, she said when she was entering that adventuress, you're some simper and sea lice. Bah! If I'd known it was your sorry hide you'd be dealing with, I'd have spit on your recommendation papers and tossed them into the briny deep. But much to my chagrin, you made it here in one piece. So listen up.
They call this place the Wolf's Den, but you're no wolf. No, you're the runt of the litter. A whimpering, drooling pup would be lucky to suckle one drop from your mum's teeth before your bigger siblings grabbed you by their neck and tossed you aside to starve like the wretch you are. He's charming. Stand up straight, maggot. This ain't no place for the faint of heart, and then give your sorry ass till midday before you run home with your tails between your legs crying for your mum. You're beyond help, but because I'm feeling so goddamn generous, I'll give it to you anyway. If you mind to learn something, come back and I'll beat it into you good and proper. And next time you show your ugly mug, I want you to see your fangs. Dismissed. I got the marks, though, so now I don't give a shit about you anymore. Bye! Blah, blah, blah. PvP. Don't care. Bye! Right, what do you want?
You're familiar with what transpired in Cotno 5 years ago, ain't you, Private Ulfum?
I don't mean the goddamn moon cracking open that thrice-damn primal raining hellfire upon us all. Even folks in the Far East heard that tale, I reckon. What I'm wondering is how knowledgeable you are with regards to the aftermath, when the Orosian Alliance saw fit to settle in and jointly administer the region for the foreseeable future. Waste of time and money and men, most say, what with nothing of value in the Cartno Flats, eh? That's the story to which most folks have been privy. The truth, of course, being fair bit different. In case you ain't in the know, the Primal's rampage laid bare these Alagan ruins, which no one had even the slightest inkling existed prior to the calamity. It didn't take a bleeding genius to recognize that we found something important and we had to be fools to let it fall into the wrong hands. The powers that be declared that we protect and study the ruins together, and so we did until now. Limsa, Laminsa, Ulda, and Gridania have all formally asserted a claim to the territory. The time of talk has passed, the time for action has come. That being said, we'd be a sorry excuse for an alliance if we let this one issue divide us. So while they'll be fighting, it'll be in accordance with the rules. All hostilities will be confined to the disputed territories, and engagement shall be fought to submission, not death. Remember that when you're on the front line, Private, beat a man within an ilm of his life if you must, but see that it goes no further. You'll be joining the fight, won't you? A soldier with your talents would make a tremendous difference. What's more, you'd be doing the nation a great service. At least speak with our man at the airship landing before you decide one way or another. Think on it, Private, that's all I ask. Okay, so that will be another PvP area, I'm sure. Anyway, fuck you, give me a chocobo. Yes. Good. Now. Give me a chocobo!
Want a bird issued, you say? They don't need your stone chocobo issuance.
Here it fucking is!
Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your chocobo.
Oh, that's a female character, probably.
Hello, buddy. Hi, friend. How you doing, pal? And there he is. The fellow has been in high spirits the past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you'll want to give your noble steed a name. Kaboo!
I know what the name is gonna be. Name your chocobo. Oh, talk to him. There he is. Obviously.
Ta-ta! I dare say he likes the name. Here is your very own chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it, and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in a crowded city. Crowded city areas are monster-infested lairs. Chocobo are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your chocobo rider's license, as if required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship.
You can use a chocobo whistle to acquire the action to summon your chocobo, blah, 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 no time limit, blah, blah, blah. The action, blah, blah, blah. Chocobo armor or barding can be equipped with a companion interface. Yeah, cool. Cool, whatever. I don't care. I don't care at all. I don't care even a little bit. Fucking finally! And a different chocobo theme, too. Finally. And so, my friends, we can finally call this long episode to a close, because I have obtained that which my heart hath desired for so long. A chocobo friend of my very own. Thank God. Next episode, I don't know, we'll figure something out. It's a chocobo. I can ride a chocobo now. So now I'm happy, and that's good. If you want to see what happens next, you can hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons, because that'll let you know when a new episode comes out. And if you want to watch a new episode right now, then there's a okay chance that one is available via early access, which is tied to memberships on this channel. I upload episodes like in a chunk bunch, like 3 or 4 at a time, and then they come out like on a timeline. But if you want to see them all as they get uploaded, then memberships can do that. I also have a Patreon, a merchandise store, and a tip jar. And if you want to use any of that, then it helps me with my rent and stuff. But oh, hello. I think I got a message there. But I'm just happy to have a chocobo. But you absolutely don't have to spend any money. I'm just happy that you're watching the series. Thank you for watching. Remember still to wear a mask and wash your hands. Take whatever vaccines we'll need to get all of this over with. And try to act with solidarity towards those who are less fortunate than yourself.